more content on a wider range of topics and in a variety of formats. That's what hundreds of you told me you wanted in a survey I conducted about a year ago in a community post here on my channel. Well, I'm here to announce that all of those things are about to happen. I appreciate your feedback, and I'm gratified to learn that a great many of you share the same interests and priorities I have when it comes to my channel. My original intent was to roll out these changes way back in January as a kind of relaunch as I entered my 4th year on BookTube. Alas, life's unpredictability intervened late last year, severely limiting the time I could devote to my channel, which is why my videos have been few and far between lately. I didn't give up on my plan though. I continued to work on it. I'm still working on it, and I think the time is right to move forward with it. In the survey last year, 82% of you expressed a strong interest in hearing me discuss a wider range of literary genres beyond science fiction and fantasy. That's going to happen starting this month. I have horror, historical fiction, and literary fiction queued up. And I also plan to dive back into mystery and crime fiction, as well as children's books in the coming months. Does this mean I'm abandoning or pivoting away from science fiction and fantasy? Not at all. I'm simply diversifying, which has always been my intent since I started my channel. I enjoy reading widely across many genres, and I hope you'll have an interest in joining me in discussions of them. My focus will remain on overlooked classics, older ones, and more recent ones, and how they fit within the broader context of the histories of different genres. You can expect continued deep dives from me into the back catalogs of authors and publishers to spotlight forgotten gems that deserve more attention. But that's not all I plan to do. There are a lot of smaller, niche topics I want to explore, which is something more than 80% of you also expressed an interest in seeing from me. Some of those topics relate to the significance or history of truly obscure books and authors, while others could be about useful resources for readers and book collectors, or insights into the publishing and book-selling industries, or analyses of noteworthy trends to help inform readers, or reviews of books I've read recently that are unrelated to a project I'm working on for my channel, or overviews of the lives and works of my favorite book illustrators. And that's just to name a few topics. I want to dabble with experimental video formats. I want to have engaging, in-depth conversations with authors and other bookish persons of interest. I want to create more opportunities for discussions with you all, whether as live streams, Q&As, group chats, or even one-on-one. I want to enlist your help in developing and field testing projects I'm working on. I want to narrate more audiobooks and share them with you. I want to do read-alongs of special books with other interested readers, and I want to share more of my personal library of rare and unusual books. I'm preserving them not only for myself, but also for the benefit of others. Alas, my YouTube channel isn't ideally suited for many of those things. Some of them are outside the scope and purpose of my channel, or are better communicated in a format that isn't a video. Some are more conducive to smaller, less public forums, and some fall outside the unforgiving constraints of who the YouTube algorithm thinks my target audience ought to be. Consequently, I'm expanding my footprint beyond YouTube. I've created a Substack that's an extension of this channel, where I can pursue many of those topics and activities I just mentioned. It's a supplement, not a replacement. I will continue to produce the same kinds of video content here on my channel that I have been for years. I have a lot of fun making those videos. Substack will simply enable me to do more, including things I've wanted to do from the beginning but haven't been able to get to. And some of those things will show up on my YouTube channel as well, although there's likely to be a time lag between their appearances on each platform. My Substack will contain material available to people who want to subscribe for free, as well as specialized and, I hope, high-value content available to paid subscribers. The paywall isn't a money-making grift. Its primary purpose is to cultivate a community with a high degree of interest in and sustained engagement with what I do here on YouTube and there on Substack. I want subscribers to get real value from participating. The monthly subscription fee of $5 is higher than I wanted it to be, but it's the minimum amount required by Substack, which frustrates me. Substack won't let me go any lower than that, although I'm able to offer a substantial discount on the annual subscription price. Also, some of the things that start off behind the paywall will eventually be made available to free subscribers. And as I mentioned a moment ago, some content might also migrate to my YouTube channel down the road for people who aren't interested in Substack at all. Content I've already created and uploaded quietly to Substack over the past several months includes my list of 50 essential apocalyptic fiction reads that I promised at the end of my recent series of YouTube videos on the topic, as well as my spreadsheet cataloging more than 320 apocalyptic fiction novels. There's an overview of the history and importance of pioneering SFF publisher Shasta Publishers. There's a look at the life of influential weird fiction illustrator Hannes Bach, including a gallery of his works. There's a summary of my 2024 reading year in review, including some of my reading highlights and lowlights. What about an essay about how the perverse incentives of modern copyright law keep older works out of print? And reviews of several books I've read recently. There's also a look at the oldest book in my collection, a 400-year-old volume on world geography from the Age of Exploration. There's a bookshelf tour featuring the works of one of my favorite historical fiction authors, and an essay discussing the, I would hope, obvious fact that I'm not an AI construct, and why claims that I'm AI-generated portend serious potential consequences for society. That last one's not a joke. I get those comments regularly on my videos. They're like the canary in a coal mine, an early warning that a critical system based on trust, social media in this case, is at risk of breaking. You can browse these and other posts on my Substack at the link provided in the video description below. I hope you're as excited as I am about the expansion of my channel. I've been wanting to move forward with this for quite a while, but the timing wasn't opportune until now. Please let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, suggestions, or concerns. I truly appreciate your interest, your input, and your support. Thanks.